respect it, we network across the globe, cause it's a global market in case you didn't know. And since we all about information flow, let me be the first one to welcome you to Tech Zone with Paul Amadeus Lane. Let's talk tech, cause technology changing the game. It's all good in the hood, it's everywhere. Now let's get to the show, cause we live on air, yeah.
Welcome back. I am Paul Amadeus Lane. I'm so happy that you decided to stay with us during this segment of the Tech Zone. We are going to talk about something that many of us have out there. Many of us have smartphones, don't we? I want to play a game with you just for a second, all right? Now, you got to agree to play along with me, okay? I am going to say the word, and you let me know the first thing that comes to your mind when I say this word. All right, here we go. Cell phone manufacturers. Right away. Probably said Apple, Samsung, LG, Motorola. See, we are all just programmed to talk about those phone manufacturers. Think about it. If we're going out and getting the phone today, I got to get that new iPhone. I got to get the new Samsung Galaxy. Got to get this, got to get that. What if I were to tell you that there are other cell phone manufacturers out there that are just as good and even better than the name brand? You mean like I'm crazy, right? Well, for some of you who are watching our coverage right now of the show, you are checking out a video of a cell phone manufacturer by the name of Huawei. And we're talking about the Mate 9. This phone right here is like no other. It has a Kirin 960 chipset, the world's highest performing smartphone processor. It has Lexa, the SuperCharge camera out there that has megapixels galore. It also has other things that no doubt you're going to find cool like I did. Check this out. A 20-minute charge gives you, wait for it, a full day's charge on your phone. You're like, what? Yes. Can you believe that? This phone actually does it. And something else about this innovation right here that I think is really cool. Amazon Alexa. It's compatible with that. This phone blew my mind when I was at an event for CES. We were at the Omnia Club in Caesar's Palace, and there they talked about the new innovation, and that's when I got introduced to, on the stage, this guy right here. This is the CEO of Huawei, Richard Yu. Now, for some of you out there who may have seen Richard speak, heard him speak, he's very passionate, he's very driven, and he is not playing when it comes to the cell phone market with Huawei. This phone right here is going to change the game. And I had an opportunity to talk to Vincent Wen. Now, Vincent, he is the VP of marketing for Huawei here in the United States. And I asked him the question first, what was it like to be here at CES and debut this phone? And second, what all went into this device and this innovation, and why they went the extra mile in making this device?
You know, CES is like the most important event globally for the innovation products solutions, and Huawei want to launch our flagship model in US market during this hot season, and that's why we came here. And I'm very glad so many friends from different media, partner, customer are here. I'm so glad. I think this model is, of course, embedded with a lot of innovative technologies, like the Leica cameras and the fast charging and blah blah blah. You know, so much amazing features in the phone. But meanwhile, I think Huawei is a company we always focus in our qualities. We have a very strict standard to control our quality and to make sure we are bringing the real values for our consumers. And of course, we're going to get in touch with consumers in different ways and to let them understand, experience, and even try our phone. And I'm sure they're going to fall in love with this phone.
Now, one thing that really stood out in my mind with Vincent, he talked about the customer and the consumer when it comes to this innovation, that they really wanted to get it right. When is the last time you heard some of these big manufacturers say that, right? I mean, on any commercial or everything, right? When have you seen this? And that's why I think that this phone right here is going to take this country by storm. It's already, Huawei is already a known name, throughout the world, but now we're starting to find out more about it here in the United States. I went on to continue my conversation with Vincent. I asked him, what are they going to do to get customers involved, to win customers over who are already being gobbled up by the big giants out here in the United States? And his answer was very fascinating.
Consumer market is a vast ocean, right? You cannot try to convince each consumer mouth to mouth, right? The idea is like to really communicate with them, buy your product. Actually, Huawei have a very deep insight of their consumer market, and I mean the consumer insight. Every year, every quarter, we have a dedicated team. They are making their customer research, and they are trying to know. Even everyone has a smartphone right now, and they want to know your pain point about your everyday usage. So actually, we are trying to design our phone to solve this pain point from end user. If the product meet their requirement, I think it's for them, and they are going to buy. Okay?
If the product meets their requirements, then they are going to buy it. That's what Vincent said right there. And I mean, you definitely got to agree with that when he definitely says that. And here's some more features of the phone. Now, I just want to talk about that Leica camera again. It's a dual lens, second generation Leica camera with 12 megapixels RGB sensor, 20 megapixel monochrome sensor featuring hybrid zoom and superior 2 times the magnification. If you guys get a chance, you got to go to their website, Huawei's website, and just see the video of this device. It definitely looks amazing. But I went on to ask Vincent about Richard Yu's presentation that he gave us that night in the Omnia Club. Because, I felt a connection with Richard. I think all of us there, because you felt the passion, you felt the drive, you felt that the team was unified. And notice what Vincent said about this.
I like Richard's speech. His speech for me even is very inspiring. I think Huawei is a company. We are here. We are dedicated to bring the consumer value. The value is a combination. It's not only technologies. Definitely we have a very strong capabilities for R&D. We have different features, different apps in our phone. But meanwhile, we emphasize the user experience. Like Michelle mentioned in the presentation, we have Emotion UI 5.0. Really improve the user experience or the user acceptance for the smartphone. And in the last, every time I'm sorry, I have to emphasize, we are a company always control our quality very well, and we will bring the real value for our consumer.
Again, you get it? The consumer. They are really focused on the consumer there. And he also talked about what the VP, Michelle, said too. Michelle's last name has escaped me right now. But she even talked during this event about Huawei and some of the things that they are doing. But you notice the unity and the unified mission that Huawei is having here. And I finished up my conversation with Vincent talking about the integration with Alexa. And for Alexa to work right, you have to make sure that the technology is there for it to happen. And also ask Vincent about this partnership and what are they doing? How did they secure this? And anything else you want to share on this subject? And he did. He opened up to me.
Actually, this story happened in 2016, in the near past months. Right now, I want to say Huawei is always very open-minded for every kind of corporation. Actually, we have a very good cooperation with Amazon and Google and so many good partners. This phone has a 4 microphone.
Wow.
4 microphone, which can bring you the best voice reception. So, Alexa is like first the process to work with Alexa is to recognize your voice first, right? So our phone can bring the best quality with the smartphone usage of Alexa. So with this, and we start our talk, we start our brainstorm, we start our conversation with Amazon, and very soon we finalize our cooperation. Yeah, it's amazing, and I'm looking forward to very good cooperation in the future too.
Absolutely. So we're looking forward to 2017 with Huawei, and congratulations on all the success that you guys have had thus far. I have a feeling that your device is going to be one of the top sellers in the United States next year.
Thank you so much, Paul. And yes, sales, of course, is only the result. But behind the sales is the understanding and also the pursuit of the company. And I want to say to the consumer in U.S. market, here Huawei is to bring the real value.
And you guys are doing it. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you, my friend.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Sales are the determining factor. Yeah. As Vincent Wen, VP of marketing here for the United States here for Huawei. And one of the things that I wanted to bring up about this device before we end our show, and that is the EMUI 5.0. Now, that's an intuitive user interface that streamlines the user experience with the operating system. So it kind of works together with the Android system. And folks, I just want you to know something. I want you to remember this guy right here, Richard Yu. And remember the conversation that we had about this device right here, the Mate 9 by Huawei. And I'm telling you, I really think that this is going to change the game when it comes to the innovation that we see here in the United States. And like I told him, mark my word, this is going to be one of the top selling devices here in the United States. All right. Well, that will be the end of our show for this week. Don't forget to tune in next week as we'll have some more great guests, great innovation, talking about technology. And it's been a pleasure having you with me. Until next time, remember to love those who are not able to love themselves and turn someone's frown into a smile. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon.